Welcome to day 16 of me trying to get rid of my porn addiction in 120 days. Once again, just like yesterday, I'm still sick, so mind me if my voice is still a bit like I seem a bit nasally. And yeah, apart from that, today what I want to talk about is I want to talk about how getting rid of all your vices can actually put you ahead of a majority of people. And not only that, you will just start feeling and living true to who you are and live like you are high 24/7. I'm telling you, I have always been a porn addict. And if you're watching this video, you probably relate to me in some way. You've probably watched porn for a majority of your life. You've probably felt like an outcast. You've probably went to porn because something is missing from your life. But when I'm telling you, when you take a step back from porn or weed or alcohol or whatever these things that you're using to run away from something that you're hiding from your life, what that forces you to do is that forces you to start going head on with these problems. You start thinking more about yourself, stuff that you might not like about yourself, things that you've went through that you've done to numb that pain of what you were doing before. Numb that pain of the problems you were going through. But what I'm telling you, when you get off these things and you really sit down and really just sit with yourself, you journal, you meditate, you start really solving your problems, that's when you could actually start healing and you can start living the life that you want to live. I've went through so much in life. I've had problems with people. People would just hurt me. Like, I'd have problems with just anything, honestly. And as soon as I'd get back home, my way of coping was to go to porn. But what that really stopped me from doing was growing. It stopped me from really sitting down with myself and just being like, what's the problem here? Or on the physical side, porn stopped me from being the best athlete I can be. I used to play soccer, and constantly watching porn, I just saw how much of a restraint it was on not only my body, but just on my mind. I felt like if I released the day before the game day, I just wouldn't feel as energetic, as empowering. And what I'm telling you is that these vices that you have in your life, you don't have to have them forever. They don't have to control you. For me, porn has, as I said, it's been here for 13 years. And I'm just now finally starting to conquer this thing that has been chaining me, stopping me from reaching my full potential. And I'm telling you, it could be the same for you. There could be something that's stopping you. And when you finally get rid of all these things, as I said, your life will just get better. Just being off porn for 2.5 weeks now, it's been way better. I've felt like I'm thinking a lot clearer. I feel like I feel a lot better. The one thing, though, that has struggled is my sleep, because that was when I used to, just go crazy. But apart from that, I'm really starting to believe and really feel these benefits of NoFap. I never really believed in it because I just thought that was some BS. Your body, what is it? It's just semen, you release and then that's it. But honestly, it's true. I'm starting to think more clearly. I'm not as anxious. I don't go into situations anymore thinking that I'm a loser, that I need to impress people. Whatever's in my life that's good or is meant to be for me will come to me. And that doesn't mean that I'm not going to try and do things. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to go out there and put in some intention to achieve the things that I want to do. But if there's things in my life that are so clear that it's not for me, I'm just okay. I'll just let those things go. Because I'm tired of, as I said, I'm tired of living not true to who I am. I'm tired of living the life other people want me to live. And this could be the same for you. Maybe you're just sick and tired of being with your friend group that they just clown you. They don't actually like you for you. They're just there because they want to clown you, or they're just there, or you're just there so that they can have an ego boost. I've been in so many of these types of relationships and friendships, and It's annoying. It drains your energy. What I want to clarify is that it always will be lighter at the end of the tunnel. Life isn't just this like end all be all game, where you just have to deal with this bullshit because, oh yeah, like this is the type of person I am. No. You could genuinely change if you just put your intention into changing. If someone else did it, you can do it. Yeah, maybe they had more money. Yeah, maybe they were taller. Yeah, maybe they're better looking, but who cares? There's someone right now who is just like you who has done it. There's someone who quit porn. There's someone who quit alcohol. There's someone who quit weed, and now they're living a better life. Why not you? Why do we have this stigma that, oh, well, they did it because they were lucky, so I can't? No. All you're doing is just limiting yourself. All you're doing is just making yourself look weak. You've said that you've wanted to get rid of your porn addiction for so long. So as I said, get rid of it. It's not going to be easy. Nothing in life is easy. Nothing worthwhile is easy. But you need to put in the hours. You need to keep going. Just like how in a video game you play each level will get you to the next level. Same with porn addiction. You need to go through those uncomfortable days where you're just horny as shit and you feel so drawn to porn. But you tell your mind, no, I'm not going to do it. And you go outside and go for a walk. Discipline, like what I'm trying to tell you guys is that this challenge, NoFap, it's not just about porn. Yeah, I'm trying to get you to get off porn and stop jerking off. But it's mainly about self-improvement. It's mainly about becoming the best version of yourself. Right now, porn is this obstacle in the way of what you truly want to do, your true desires, what you are meant to do. It's numbed me for so long. It's numbed millions of people for so long. What I want for most people is to help them improve their lives. This challenge is something that I'm doing for myself, but ultimately also for other people who need inspiration, other people who need something, like someone to look at and be like, this guy did it, so why can't I? Because there's been so many people who've done that for my life, and I want to become like that. And as I said, if you are one of those people who feel inspired, make a channel yourself and do the same thing. Do the same thing, whatever it may be. If it's weed that you're addicted to, then make a channel. If it's porn that you're addicted to, then make a channel as well and make it about like NoFap or just document your journey. Because I'm telling you, you recording these videos and you doing all these things will make you a better person. At the end of the challenge, you'll be a better person. You don't have to do 120 days like me. You don't have to do this like big number. What you can do is you can do 30 days. You can do even just 10 days. But just having these challenges or doing something that will challenge you, your discipline, make you more consistent, it will just spill over into every other area of your life. It's like going to the gym. You become consistent in the gym. It makes you a lot more self-assured. And I'm telling you, that's just how life is. You have one good area in your life, and then after it just makes you more confident in every other area. So what I'm trying to tell you is that if you have these things that are limiting you, these vices that are limiting you, really put some intention into getting rid of it. Because I'm telling you, life doesn't have to be so bad. I know a lot of people in 2025 are struggling. A lot of people have these things that are in their way. They don't feel happy. And that is because you're not living with intention. You're not living true to who you are. And I'm telling you, if you live true to who you are, you will be happy. Life will become a lot better. You'll start walking with more confidence. You'll start talking with more confidence. People will wonder how the fuck you did it, how you went through this transformation. As I said, it's not going to be easy. But there's also on the other side, people are also going to want to bring you down. They see you're making progress, so they're going to be like, "Hey, bro, how you been, dude? Like, you don't really hang out with us anymore." But you've got to stay true to who you are. Get rid of your vices, and then your life will automatically get better. That being said, tune in for tomorrow. Peace out.